Welcome to the realm where dreams take flight, where imagination, innovation, where creativity and business intertwine. Join our vibrant family with mentors who fuel your creative fires. It's more than just a school. It's an immersive experience that shapes hearts, minds, and spirits. We equip you with the tools to choose. Ignite your flame. NIPS Technical College, developing character, skills, and competence.
Good to Let's Talk Health, and today we are going to speak about a conversation that is often avoided, a topic that many people shy off from speaking about. This is your sexual life and the family planning. And today we are going to shed more insight onto this topic. And I'll be your host, Sandy Onyango, where we'll have an expert who will dive into various issues, protecting us and telling us how we should protect ourselves when it comes to family planning, and therefore how we should have a sexy sexual health life that is naturally recommended by the doctors. With me, I'll be having a guest today. That's Dr. John Mureidi, who works at Ruiru Nursing, who is going to shed more insight to this topic. Welcome, Dr. John.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Onyango. I'm so proud to be here. We are going to discuss more about the sexual health life and family planning. So what I can say, just feel free to ask any question. Don't be afraid. So that you can get the correct concept about the sexual life, which literally in the area we are in today, people are feeling so worried to ask about things, then they come to regret later. So just feel free to ask any question, will be answered.
And to start with, many times you wonder why people should have a sexual life that is free, and why people in relationships should have it, because many times people speak about this healthy sexual life, but you don't understand what does it mean.
Okay, concerning health sex life, it entails like, why should we have sex? What sex? So when we get the concept about the sex, you'll come to know like the benefit of having it, which there is advantage and disadvantages of having it. On advantage of good health sex, through sex you're going to increase, you're going to continue the good generation, you're going to increase the high rate of population. That's one advantage. Second advantage, it unites people together, because in a godly way, it's a spiritual thing. These are spirits that unite together, so it creates good connection. That thing, sex, like sex, okay. Sex is a good thing which should be done, and like, let's say like it unites, it brings a lot of good companionship. Let's say like that, yeah.
And if we say that sex brings companionship, I want to speak about now this part of being a family planning now, because after having this healthy sexual life, now we must speak about regulating it, because when we speak about saying that people should give birth because it was something that originally was ordained by God, we want now to speak about regulating this giving birth, because rising standards of people are giving birth, the rate is so high. So maybe you highlight to us some of the things you may do to reduce the family giving birth and all that.
Okay. Family planning. It's okay. Family planning. It's a decision which comes with two people decide, or an individual or a couple decide how many children to get, or not to get actually. So when you go into family planning, I think it helps us to learn with the economy we are in today. Also, it helps us to it will help us also to know on how and when to have children, so that we can manage them well. Because without planning for something, you can come like you had planned to do something on a specific year, then like you confuse yourself and get a kid when you're not planned for that kid. He was not financially stable. You see, it will be a bit difficult because it was not planned. That's why it came family planning. You see, in this year I'll be having kids, because you know you'll be financially stable, emotionally, like everything will be good to raise kids. You see, so I think family planning it came to help. And it's really helped people because when you look at those days, our parents used to give birth without planning. Okay, my family has 8 kids, 9 kids, which it was difficult for them to raise them because like they were not welled up. And maybe, okay, some were raised too good, but most large percentage they were raised in poor environments. Sorry to say that. Okay, like yeah, they were raised in not a good way that. But if they were family planning, at least some of them could be raised well. You see.
So, do you insinuate that economy has a role to play in family planning? Because
Yeah, sure.
You are
It has a
saying
role.
like in the old times, our parents used to give 9, 10 kids. But now, when we come nowadays, we see people 3, 4 kids. So, does economy has a role to play in today's current relationship and marriages?
Yeah, it has a lot to play because when you see like, let's say, like currently as we are talking right now, okay, we have gone to high cost of living if it's flammable. You see, educating one kid in even a private school, public school, it's a bit costly. You see, now like when you have that large number like 8 kids like area, it could be a bit difficult. You see, because to manage like you can't tell me let's say like you are getting like salary expected of 60,000 and you have 4 kids, they are going to schooling like every kid is taking like 20,000 per term. That means we are going to pay just school fees and then no food, no rent, you see. But when, okay, the economy is coming in whereby at least when you have that family planning, you have to know this is the amount I'm getting. I'll be able to manage one kid, you see.
And when you are still speaking about this economy, I want us to connect with the society because society also play a role in these family planning items. Because you normally find elders in the society or even our parents are trying to tell us that we should avoid family planning and all that. Now, about the myths and misconceptions in our society versus the economy, what can you speak about that?
Concerning myths,
Yes.
okay, back in our society, okay, it entails like due to family planning, this is like it will bring effects to our body, our immune system, like it's bad because actually they write that God didn't bring those things to be done. But when you see in current life, we went to school, we learned, we gained skills. So like we were open-minded, we get more knowledge, which we do so that it can come to help us later. So concerning society, I think, but currently they are accepting that situation because they have seen a lot of benefit from it, from family planning, and it has really worked. So what I can say about family planning about concerning society, I think they are good. They are good now currently, but they're backwards. They were against it somehow because they said like they used to see that family planning is bringing a lot of issues in the society, but currently we accept. Yeah.
And onto our audience section, we have an audience who has a question to you. And maybe Naomi, you can highlight your question now to the guest.
Good morning. My name is Naomi, and my question is: so, what role does communication play in maintaining a good sexual relationship?
Come again?
What role, because we're talking about having a good sexual relationship, which can lead to the relationship lasting longer. So my question is, what role does, because you usually say that communication is key, what do you think, what role does communication play in maintaining a good sexual relationship between two partners?
Okay. Okay, concerning laws, one should when you and your partner, when you meet, one should be committed to play roles like you should not deny anyone to access to have you, and you have decided to be with him. So okay, like you should express yourself. Like you accept him as your, first of all, you accept him as your role model, the person, your spouse you are having. The other thing, you feel free to have him or her. Okay, like don't listen to what people will be saying about you in the relationship. Like accept yourself and accept your spouse.
Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll dive into more issues.
Thank you.
This is NIBS TV, yaliyokupita katika chemko la jamii.
Influence negatively or positive?
I think your coping mechanism is use of social media.
Uh-huh.
We have a lot of people who cope with stress like differently.
Yeah.
Some people can go for yoga, dancing, listening to music. This is social media, and it's allowed to actually have a coping mechanism.
This is NIBS TV.
Back, our dear viewer, and we are continuing with our topic. Let's talk health, and we are majorly speaking about health, sexual life, and family planning. Now, on to the next segment. We are speaking about school children having to use family planning methods, and the government has discouraged these, but somehow they encourage, because we must protect our kids from these early pregnancies from that time, maybe from the age of 9 up to the age of 16, 17. But now, as a doctor, what can you tell parents who take their children to family planning? Or what can you advise the state or the government to do about family planning to their young kids?
Okay, what I can say about family planning on our kids, I can't say it's good or I can't say it's bad, but we have advantage and disadvantage of having it. In the first place, when you go to advantage, when a kid realize that she or he can reproduce, it's good to use family planning, because she or he is not well matured to cater for the bills of the kid. So when when he opts to use family planning, at least he'll extract himself from early pregnancies, which will enable him to accomplish his or her education, and also will be able to manage. He or she will be able to manage his education, that is, because you are entailing so much on education. So I think it's good when they start using family planning. It will really help them.
But on the negative part of it, you have spoken about now the goodness or the positive part of now kids having these family planning methods.
Sure.
But now, does it have something that will in future harm them, because they start using these family planning methods at the age of 9, at the age of 10, 11, 12, 13? In future, will this affect them?
Okay, yeah, sure. It might affect them, because there is thing we call hormonal imbalance. It will interact with that one. Then it can lead also to infertility. If you used it for a long time and you have not even have a kid. Actually, it's advisable when you are into those things so much, at least have a kid, because when you start having them even without having any kid, like you might find it in future you're lacking a kid because it interacts with your reproductive system, that is.